What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to WWE FASTLANE 2019 preview. The show will be taking place on March 10th, 2019, and it's going to also be taking place at Cleveland, Ohio. It will feature the brand of Raw and SmackDown, and the WWE promotions of course. But let's get to this. So far, there was one pre-show match that was announced on SmackDown, and then later on in the week, they announced another pre-show match, which I'm gonna get to right now. So they're gonna have the New Day, which is gonna be Big E and Xavier Woods versus, of all people, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. That's a reason why I should watch the pre-show. If I can guess, they're going to have the New Day to win, but I predict that Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev should win. Not that it matters anyway, because I think they're going to be leaving anyway, so, when their contracts are up. They're sick and tired of working for this company that's not utilizing them correctly. Then another match on the pre-show that people were kind of upset about, even to me to agree, I was upset about it too, for many reasons too. Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Andrade Cien Almas. Someone like a big star and Rey Mysterio Jr. on the pre-show, ends up being ends up aggressive on the pre-show, not on the main card of a WWE pay-per-view. But we get some like Roman Reigns and John Cena, Seth Rollins wrestling on, on the main shows, right? Especially Shinsuke Nakamura, who won the Royal Rumble, and he's reduced to the pre-show. The New Day, I could give two fucks about the New Day being on the pre-show. They could be on the pre-show all they want, but at the same time, they're still gonna be on the show anyways because Kofi Kingston's gonna be there, which I'll get to that part momentarily. But if I had to pick the winner, it's gotta be. I gotta go with, common sense. Andrade Cien Almas should win, but I did go salvate that one at WrestleMania, where it's gonna be a big deal. So I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio Jr. on this one. We'll see how it turns out. By the way, folks, I'm not gonna watch the pre-show. As soon as I heard about the New Day being on the pre-show, and on top of that, have Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev on the pre-show, those two don't deserve to be on the pre-show. They deserve to be on a main card. But yeah, as good as Rey Mysterio Jr. and Andrade Cien Almas is gonna be, I'm not gonna watch the pre-show. So I say fuck the pre-show. Let's get to the main card. All right, I'm gonna start from randomly. I'm gonna start with the Shield, which is Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin, who's constipated, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley in a 6-man tag team match where they're calling this the final reunion for the last time ever of the Shield. And as far as this match is going to be, hopefully this match is going to be decent, or at least good. But at the same time, look who you got in the ring. Baron Corbin. Garbage. And on top of that, we got to see how Roman Reigns perform. Since him being gone for the last 4 months. And, for this whole battle of leukemia. And by the way, folks, I will do a video about that too, by the way. I forgot to do a video about that. So I will do a final update about Roman Reigns' condition that he was dealing with the whole leukemia after I watched the WWE Chronicles that feature Roman Reigns. So I'll get that video eventually. But yeah, and basically Dean Ambrose, this whole thing is stupid too, by the way, folks. Dean Ambrose turned on the Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Most likely Seth Rollins when Roman Reigns announced his leukemia on that night. And then Dean Ambrose blaming on the Shield, blaming the fans, blaming Roman Reigns, blaming Seth Rollins and all that for his downfall and everything. And now here we are, folks. And y'all know how I feel about the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins feud. Garbage. And now it's all forgotten about because Dean Ambrose all is forgiven, and now he's back with the Shield, with his brothers. And here we are for Fastlane. So, with that being said, what's gonna happen in this match? if I'm right about this, about the whole thing with Roman Reigns, with the whole thing that, with him being announced of leukemia, with the whole thing that this man, did all this just for the fans to like him and everything. Which again, that's only a theory, folks, a theory and speculations that why this was done. Where pertains to Roman Reigns getting over. Now, I'm not saying that the leukemia was fake. I can tell you right now, the leukemia, based on what I heard about Roman Reigns and everything, that's been said, it's not fake. It's not work. It was legit. So I don't want anyone to put in words in my mouth or try and twist my words and everything. But I'm just saying, if this was all this man's idea to get Roman Reigns over, it's a shame. Even Roman Reigns said that on the Chronicles that that was about him. That it's a shame that he had to tell everyone about his leukemia situation for fans to like him. For all the fans that hated him, and all that. I was one of them. And I already told you guys, folks, for the videos I've done already, that I'm done with the whole Roman Reigns hate. On that night that he announced his leukemia, back in October, the hate of Roman Reigns has died ever since. For me. And now we're in a situation here where, after all this, Dean Ambrose. I said at the time too, by the way, Dean Ambrose, with him being the heel, that it's gonna lead to our WrestleMania match between Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose is gonna, I think Dean Ambrose is gonna turn on the Shield, even in the match or after the match, or maybe the night after FASTLANE on Monday Night Raw. Either way, I think Dean Ambrose is going to turn on the Shield, basically on Roman Reigns, to set up a match between Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, where they're going to do a storyline that Dean Ambrose once again, betrayed the Shield, betrayed Roman Reigns, betrayed Seth Rollins, betrayed the fans. For those who love the Shield, for those who now love Roman Reigns, just for Roman Reigns to get his win back against Dean Ambrose, who's going to be leaving, anyways. So it's going to be Dean Ambrose's way to be for a send off by putting Roman Reigns over. But we'll see if that ends up being the case, or unless Dean Ambrose doesn't turn heel and the Shield wins the match, and then WWE can do the match between Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns, because that's one of the rumors matches that I heard that was gonna happen too. So there are two things that could happen. The Shield wins the match, against Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley, and they reset Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin, which, let's be honest, no one wants to see that anyway. Not because of Roman Reigns, but because of Baron Corbin. Or the Shield could lose this match, or they could win this match either way. If the Shield loses, then that means Dean Ambrose turn heel during the match. Or if the Shield wins, Dean Ambrose will still turn heel on Roman Reigns. Or maybe they'll save the heel turn the night after FASTLANE for Dean Ambrose to turn on Roman Reigns, just to set up a match at WrestleMania between Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. So that's how I look at it. Now, with that being said, who am I going with here? The Shield or the Baron Constables? That's what I'm calling, by the way. I'm gonna go with the Shield to win this one. So there you go. That's my prediction. All right, next, what I'm gonna talk about next year. Oh yeah, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions versus the Miz and Shane McMahon. I also pressed the boss. My apologies, but might as well go over it anyways. Yeah. So SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which the Miz and Shane McMahon, Miz versus the Usos. Usos gonna win. And as far as what's happening with Shane McMahon and the Miz, with the dad. Well, Mrs. Dad's gonna be there at rings, front row. I think Miz is gonna turn heel on Shane McMahon to set up a match between Shane McMahon and the Miz at WrestleMania, because you need Shane McMahon to have a WrestleMania match, and who better than the Miz, right? So, yeah, I think Miz is gonna turn heel, unless they do a swerve and have Shane McMahon turn heel on the Miz. I don't know what they're gonna do with this, or maybe they'll do another swerve here that the Miz's dad will turn heel, I guess. I don't know. They could do so much with this, but we have to wait and see how they do this. But I got a feeling it's not gonna be good anyways. Based on what they might have in store, in store. For us when we watch Fastlane. All right, so they are basically Usos my pick to win, obviously. All right, what should I talk about next? Might as well talk about this now. The Revival, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson for the Raw Tag Team Champions versus Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. And this is a triple threat match, obviously. Or should I say a triple threat tag team match. I don't see the Revival losing this match. In my opinion, I think Chad Gable and Bobby Roode were in this match so that they could take the pinfall, and by those teams taking the pinfall, I mean Chad Gable taking the pinfall, because WWE doesn't see Chad Gable anything potential, which is bullshit, because Chad Gable has a lot of potential. They just don't want, they just won't let him run, they won't let him loose. But anyways, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode are there in this match to take the pinfall to the Revival, for the Revival to retain the Raw Tag titles, because they're not gonna have Ricochet and Aleister Black lose the match. So that's how I see it. Because they just got on the main roster, they're not gonna have them lose. They've been on the road, they've been undefeated ever since coming to the main roster. So I don't see them losing this match either way. So so Revival's gonna retain. All right, what's next? All right, the Boss and Hug Connection, which is Bayley and Sasha Banks, who are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, versus Nia Jax, and Tamina. I don't know what her catchphrase is gonna be, but because she barely speaks anyway. So, but Nia Jax, like I'm Nia Jackson, I'm not like most girls, because I'm the invisible, the irresistible force, I'm a face breaker, that's how she cuts a promo, by the way. Like my name's Nia Jax, I'm like most girls, I'm the irresistible force, and I'm not like most girls. Oh my god. Well, she has been cutting promo for the last few weeks, so whatever. But anyway, as far as this match is, I see the Boston Hug Connection winning. I don't see Nia Jax and Tamina winning this one. Even though it would make sense for them to win, because they're big, bigger than Sasha Banks and Bayley. So yeah. But at the same time, I don't see Bayley and Sasha Banks losing the belts. They just won it. But wherever WWE does, I don't care. WWE is not really featuring the women's tag team belts anyways that much. You think they would, with this whole women's revolution going on, or women's evolution, but whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Boston Hug Connection to win. So, all right, next. I'm gonna go with Asuka, the SmackDown Women's Champion, versus Mandy Rose. Asuka wins, and then Lacey Evans will come out to do her walk, and I think she might attack Asuka. This rumor match between Asuka to defend her SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania against Lacey Evans, even though Lacey Evans hasn't even had a match yet on the main roster, not on Raw, not on SmackDown, not even cut a promo, except for that one time on Raw. Not even to do a segment. I guess she did segments, but they didn't do much with her anyway. So, but other than that, we'll see, and we'll see what they do with Lacey Evans too when it pertains to this pay-per-view. With her Chris coming out there and drop a match or whatever, and I think she might, and then eventually she'll get to Asuka versus Mandy Rose, which Asuka's gonna win, obviously. So, all right, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. I was thinking about saving this for last, because this might be the main event of the show. But at the same time, you also got the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch first, and then I'll go for the WWE Championship. So this match itself, you gotta hear this, folks. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. If Becky Lynch wins, she will be added back into the WWE Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 35. So the Royal Rumble meant fucking nothing. The Women's Royal Rumble, it meant fucking nothing. That Becky Lynch won the Rumble. What was the point of having her win the Rumble anyways? You should just have Charlotte Flair win the Rumble instead. Idiots. So here's the story here. So Becky Lynch wins the Rumble that she was not supposed to be in because Lana couldn't compete in the Rumble because she got hurt. Only for Becky Lynch to come on Raw the next night to confront Ronda Rousey to challenge her at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's title. But at the same time, Becky Lynch was hurt during the time, from her knee, kayfabe, at Royal Rumble, where Stephanie McMahon told her to come on Raw and basically tell her that she has to go see a doctor because she refused to see any doctors, for medical exams for her knee, to see if she's 100% ready to go for WrestleMania, which she's got plenty of time to do it anyways, folks. Like seriously, they act like WrestleMania was a month away during that time. So what does Stephanie do? She suspended Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch attacked her and all that. And then on SmackDown, she invaded SmackDown, and Triple H comes out and doing the game promo and take it too long and on garbage. So basically, it led to Becky Lynch stopping him because Triple H was questioning Becky Lynch being called a man or whatever, And then it led to Becky Lynch coming to Raw, where she's medically clear. And the only way she could get that spot now is that if she apologized. And she refused to apologize at first until they gave her until the end of Monday Night Raw to make her decision, and she apologized. And I said before, for those who are saying that she's compared to Stone Cold Steve Austin, it died when she apologized to the Authority, because I don't remember Stone Cold Steve Austin apologizing to Vince McMahon or to any other corporations at the time. When he was being where the corporations was telling the fans that Stone Cold's not the guy. He's not gonna be the guy. He's not gonna be the one that's gonna carry this company and all that, right? So yeah. Stop with this whole comparison of Becky Lynch being Stone Cold Steve Austin, because on that night that she apologized to the Authority, that died. But after all that, she apologized and they gave her the match. And then this man comes out to overrule them, saying that Becky Lynch is not going to be in that match. She's going to be suspended for 60 days, and she'll be replaced by the runner-up of the Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair. And then they just told him Becky Lynch was not supposed to be there, because she's suspended and all that. And then Ronda Rousey at one point, and Becky Lynch had an altercation where Ronda Rousey demands Vince McMahon to come out, and then Stephanie McMahon came out instead. And then Ronda Rousey wanted Becky Lynch back in the match. She basically Ronda Rousey doesn't want Charlotte Flair. She wants Becky Lynch in the match. And Stephanie McMahon's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. Basically saying no. And then Ronda Rousey put the belt on the mat, saying, I'm not gonna be the champion then. I'm not gonna be that fighting champion, or whatever, something like that. So we all thought it was that Ronda Rousey vacated the belt. That wasn't the case at all. So also when we get to Raw, Stephanie McMahon said that Becky Lynch has to sign some kind of hold agreement about if anything happens to her, WWE will not be held responsible because she's still injured. She's injured from her knee. She's still injured. So Becky Lynch did sign that deal, get that agreement. So the matches, that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair was going to have at Fastlane was going to be for the Raw Women's title. But then Ronda Rousey came out there, she came back basically, and she said that she never vacated the belt, and she took the belt back. And then Stephanie McMahon says, well, now she's got to do something different here. Now it's going to be if Becky Lynch wins, then she'll be added to the match of WrestleMania, which again makes no fucking sense because she won the Rumble. She earned the right to fight the champion at the Royal Rumble. That means Charlotte Flair should not be added to the match then. Charlotte Flair should be, in fact, it should be Charlotte Flair who should be fighting for this spot. And where was Vince McMahon in all this? Like, what's going on here? Like, this whole thing is so confusing, it's so complicated, and it's so fucking stupid. It makes no fucking sense. There's no continuity in this whatsoever. So now Becky Lynch has at the winning the Women's Royal Rumble, after Becky Lynch winning the Women's Royal Rumble, now she got to face Charlotte Flair to get that spot again. So yeah, As far as the matches, I think the match is going to be good, and Becky Lynch should win. It's bullshit that Charlotte Flair is even in this match in the first place. But yeah, Becky Lynch should win, and Ronda Rousey might come out whatever. I don't know what they might do with that. I don't give a fuck. Let's get to the main. Now let's get to the match that should be the main event. Daniel Bryan defends his WWE Championship versus Kevin Owens. Originally, it was supposed to be Kofi Kingston, which by the way I would have been fine if it was Kofi Kingston in this match. That way we could have had Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania instead. But instead, they're gonna have Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens instead at Fastlane instead of Kofi Kingston. Because the rumor is Kofi Kingston's going to get that spot at WrestleMania. And again, Kofi Kingston's going to be there at ringside during that match. So that's going to be C's planning that Kofi Kingston's going to get that spot anyways. At WrestleMania. But as far as the matches, I think the match is going to be good. It should have been safe for WrestleMania, where it could have been a phenomenal match. But as far as who I want to win this match, obviously I want Daniel Bryan to win. Obviously, he's my pick to win this match. Not against Kevin Owens, but I'm going with Daniel Bryan to win. So there you go. So the matches again, the New Day versus Shinsuke, Nakamura, and Rusev. With New Day you got Big E and Xavier Woods. I think I'm going with Shinsuke and Rusev to win. Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Andrade Cien Almas. Rey Mysterio Jr. to win. In the main cards, the Revival to retain by beating Chad Gable and Bobby Roode in this triple threat tag team match for the Raw Tag Team titles. That way, Aleister Black and Ricochet could avoid of losing. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch to win. The Shield versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. The Shield to win. Asuka versus Mandy Rose. Asuka to retain her SmackDown Tag Team title. Her SmackDown Women's title. I meant to say. Excuse me. The Boston Hug Connection to defeat Nia Jax and Tamina to retain their women's tag team titles. Dan Bryan to retain his WWE Championship against Kevin Owens, and the Usos to retain the SmackDown tag team titles against The Miz and Shane McMahon. So there you go, folks. That's my prediction of WWE for this WWE Fastlane 2019 preview. With that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you all tune in to watch WWE Fastlane, because I will. To see how this preview is going to lead to the final road to WrestleMania. So here we go. So that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets.